Welcome back to yet another jam-packed season of GWTV's Unstoppable. I'm Isabelle Schmeler, and joining me through Zoom is Parker Jensen after returning back to the desk after his semester abroad got cut short. Parker, it's great to see you again over Zoom, nonetheless. Things obviously look different this year. Due to the pandemic, we will be broadcasting from home this semester. But that doesn't mean we won't stop giving you all the news that you need for all things GW sports. With full team cuts from the GW athletic department and other developing news coming directly from athletes, there's still plenty of news to cover despite the teams being unable to physically play this season.
This brings us to our main story from the summer, the announcement by the A10 that fall sports for the 2020-2021 season would be postponed. Their decision comes after a slew of other conferences decided to opt out of their sports seasons due to concerns over the pandemic and the health and safety of their college athletes. The list of GW sports affected by this decision include men's and women's soccer, men's and women's cross country, field hockey, volleyball, men's golf, men and women's tennis, swimming and diving, women's rowing, baseball, and softball. The A10s announced that they plan on conducting the continuation of these sports in the spring of 2021. Yet, given the nature of this pandemic, this decision has not been set in stone. Athletes are still encouraged to train and practice, especially those who are back on campus in preparation for the potential spring season. Competitive winter sports, aside from swimming, will keep their established schedule until further notice. During these times, we want to extend our apologies and say that we stand with all athletes.
In addition to most sports being postponed for the foreseeable future, the GW Athletics Department announced on July 31st this summer that they will be cutting 7 of their 27 sports teams at the end of the 2020-2021 season. These teams include men's rowing, men's and women's squash, men's indoor track, men's tennis, women's water polo, and sailing. This decision comes following a $200 million shortfall the university faced between expenses and expected revenue due to the pandemic. GW said it will support these teams in their transition to club sports and that they will continue their scholarships for those players through graduation.
Seeing as previous members of Unstoppable have participated in some of these programs, including our former executive producer Andy Weber and our former anchor Grace Stevenson, we would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the athletes who have competed in these programs, and our hearts go out to the athletes who have been affected by this decision. Unstoppable will continue to cover these sports as they transition to club teams, and we'll continue to cover these athletes as they prepare for what we hope will be an exciting final season.
This season of sports at GW will look different, and so will our content. Given the nature of the pandemic, we understand athletes and students are facing difficult times as seasons are postponed and team programs are canceled. We understand athletes face issues far beyond what happens on the court or on the field. I got the chance to sit down with former GW class of 2020 women's swimmer, Allie Laps, who shared her experience with sexual harassment and mental health struggles during her time on the team.
I was like, I'm ashamed to call myself a swimmer, and now I'm at a point where I'm not ashamed, and I'm proud to say that, yeah, I don't know why I wasn't proud of it for so long, but I wasn't proud of being a Division I athlete, and that sounds crazy, and I think that also speaks to the delusion and paranoia that can go apart with mental health sometimes, because I mean, anyone in my position should have been so proud, and I just wasn't. And so I'm glad that I've been able to reach a point of acceptance and like gratitude and empowerment where I can look back at what I did and even see the bad, but also focus on the good and really be proud of all the impact I was able to make.
You can check out our full interview with Allie on GWTV's Facebook and YouTube channels. We understand these issues don't end with Allie, and we as a team here at Unstoppable are dedicated to continuing coverage of these challenges that athletes face every day.
So what can you expect from Unstoppable this semester? There are a lot of questions, everything's up in the air, but we hope we can provide a few answers for you. First, we're excited to announce that we'll be releasing content every Tuesday in the form of 5 to 10 minute segments. Here we'll be conducting interviews with various guests, introducing new mini-series that we've been drawing up the past few weeks that we hope you'll enjoy, taking deep dives into different topics, including analyzing past GW sports teams, and so much more. And don't worry, we still have an episode once a month with all of your favorite reporters that you know and love, alongside some new faces that we're excited to introduce to you.
We will still be active on social media and get you the breaking news that you've come to expect from Unstoppable. While the landscape in which we present you the news has changed, this year will still be jam-packed with the type of content you've come to expect from us. We are excited to be getting back to work, and we cannot wait to see you throughout the rest of the year.
And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at GW-TV, or check out more packages and exclusive content over on our Instagram at GWTV_Unstoppable. Until then, we'll see you next time on Unstoppable.